exists another version of you, a wiser, stronger, more radiant self, that already knows the path you are meant to walk. This version of you is not far away. It is living in the energy of your highest potential, calling out to you. It whispers through intuition. It nudges you in moments of doubt, and it reminds you that you are far more powerful than you believe. Today, I invite you to listen to that voice and embrace its guidance. You are already whole. From the moment you arrived in this world, there was nothing missing in you, nothing broken, nothing incomplete. Yet, somewhere along the way, life may have convinced you otherwise. People may have told you that you weren't enough. Circumstances may have tried to convince you that you were lacking. And your own mind may have whispered doubts in moments of vulnerability. But beneath all of those illusions lies the undeniable truth. You are whole, and you always have been. When you believe that something is missing in you, you begin to search endlessly outside yourself. You chase approval, hoping someone will validate your worth. You cling to relationships, believing they will fill the empty spaces you feel inside. You measure yourself against achievements, possessions, and appearances as though any of these things could complete you. But none of them can, because you were never incomplete in the first place. What you are searching for out there has always lived within you. There is a part of you that knows this truth deeply. It is the quiet voice within that reminds you of your value even when others overlook you. It is the part of you that keeps getting up when life has knocked you down. It is the strength you didn't know you had, the courage that rises when you least expect it, the love in your heart that no pain could ever erase. That is wholeness, and it is who you are. Think about the sun. Even on days when the clouds cover it, even when storms roll in, the sun never stops shining. Its warmth and light remain, whether or not you can see them. Your wholeness is the same. Pain, mistakes, regrets, and challenges may cloud your view, but they cannot erase your light. You may forget for a time, but the truth of who you are never disappears. You are not broken. You are not damaged. You are light, and your wholeness is eternal. So many of us spend years trying to fix ourselves. We think, if I just lose the weight, I'll be happy. If I just get that job, I'll finally feel worthy. If that person loves me, then I'll be complete. But this thinking only leads to more emptiness because it places your wholeness outside of yourself. The reality is, happiness and worthiness are not destinations you arrive at. They are your natural state once you remember the truth of who you are. Wholeness does not mean perfection. It doesn't mean you'll never feel pain, never make mistakes, never face challenges. Wholeness means that even in your imperfections, you are complete. Even when you stumble, you are enough. Even when life feels heavy, there is nothing missing in you. Every experience you've had, the good, the painful, the confusing, has woven itself into the tapestry of your being. Those threads do not take away from your wholeness, they add to it. They make you who you are. Take a moment now to breathe into this truth. Place your hand over your heart, close your eyes if you can, and whisper to yourself, I am already whole. I am already complete. There is nothing missing in me. Let those words settle deep into your soul. You don't need to wait for someone to tell you you're enough. You don't need the world to stamp you with approval. You are enough right now, in this moment. The journey of life is not about becoming whole. It is about remembering your wholeness. Each step you take towards self-love, each choice you make to forgive, each moment you spend in gratitude is a way of peeling back the layers of fear and doubt to rediscover the truth of your being. You are not on a quest to find something outside yourself. You are on a journey of awakening to what has always been inside. When you finally accept this, Everything changes. Relationships shift because you no longer enter them from a place of neediness, but from fullness. Opportunities open because your energy vibrates with worthiness. Peace flows in because you stop fighting with yourself and start embracing yourself. Life stops feeling like a struggle to become and instead becomes a celebration of being. You are not behind in life. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not less than anyone else. You are a whole, radiant, magnificent expression of life itself. And when you live from this knowing, you align with the highest version of yourself, the version that does not settle for less, that does not believe in lack, that does not bow down to fear. So today, let go of the idea that you need to be fixed, changed, or completed. Begin to live as though you already have everything you need inside you, because you do. Your wholeness has never left you, and it never will. The clouds may come and go, but the light within you will always shine. And every time you remember this truth, you step closer to the life of love, abundance, and peace that you were created to live. You are already whole. Believe it, embrace it, live it, and watch your world transform. Fear is only a shadow. It is not the truth of who you are, nor is it the ultimate reality you must live by. Fear is the whisper of the mind, a reflection of old wounds, a projection of what might go wrong. And yet, so often, it appears so large, so convincing, that you begin to believe it is real. But just as a shadow cannot exist without light, fear cannot exist without your own brilliance shining behind it. The shadow may look intimidating, but it has no substance. The truth, the light, is always stronger. Every human being experiences fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of being alone, fear of not being enough. These fears try to convince you that staying small is safer, that not trying is better than risking disappointment, that hiding your true self is the only way to avoid pain. But in reality, it is fear that creates the very pain you are trying to avoid. Fear robs you of joy. Fear holds you back from opportunities. Fear makes you live half a life when you were designed for fullness. When you see fear for what it is, a shadow, you can stop giving it the power to control your choices. Imagine a child who sees their shadow on the wall and believes it's a monster. They may scream, they may run, but the monster never had any power in the first place. The shadow is only a reflection. In the same way, the fears that keep you awake at night, the doubts that keep you from moving forward, the stories that replay in your mind are not the truth of who you are. They are reflections of old beliefs, of conditioning, of moments in the past when you felt powerless. They may feel real, but they are not reality. Think back on your life. How many times were you afraid of something that never even happened? How many sleepless nights did you spend worrying about outcomes that never came to pass? Fear convinces you of worst-case scenarios, but more often than not, those scenarios dissolve when you take action. Fear thrives in stillness and silence. It grows larger when you sit and listen to it. But when you move forward, even one small step at a time, the shadow begins to shrink. The moment you choose action, the moment you choose faith, fear starts to lose its grip. Fear is not the enemy. It is a signal. It tells you where growth is waiting. It shows you where your soul is asking for expansion. Every great dream, every new chapter, every transformation is met with fear at the doorway. That doesn't mean you are not ready. It means you are stepping into something greater than what you have known before. Instead of running from fear, try leaning into it. Ask yourself, what is this fear teaching me? What possibility is waiting for me on the other side of this feeling? You will discover that fear is not there to stop you, but to guide you. You are stronger than every fear you've ever felt. Think of the fears you have already walked through in your life. At some point, You feared not surviving heartbreak. You feared not healing from loss. You feared you weren't capable of starting over. And yet, here you are. Stronger, wiser, more resilient. Fear did not destroy you. In fact, it revealed your strength. Every time you moved through fear, you discovered a deeper part of yourself. Every time you faced the shadow, your light grew brighter. Fear can only paralyze you when you believe it is the truth. But the truth is love. The truth is faith. The truth is possibility. Fear says, what if it all goes wrong? Love says, but what if it all goes right? You're not enough. Faith says, you are more than enough because life itself flows through you. Fear says, you can't. Courage whispers, watch me. And each time you choose to listen to the voice of love, faith, and courage, the shadow shrinks back into nothingness. Do not wait for fear to disappear before you live your life. If you wait until you feel no fear, you will wait forever. Fear does not go away because you avoid it. It dissolves because you walk through it. Life becomes brighter when you act even while fear is present. With every step, you prove to yourself that the shadow has no weight, no power, no substance. You prove that you were never as fragile as you thought. You were always stronger than the fear that tried to bind you. So, take a deep breath now and imagine yourself stepping forward even while fear lingers at the edges. Feel the strength of your heart, the certainty of your spirit, and the power of your light. Know that fear is only a shadow. It cannot hold you, it cannot stop you, it cannot define you. You are the light, and the light always wins. The universe is always listening, always responding, always reflecting back to you the energy of your beliefs. What you hold as truth within your heart becomes the pattern of your life. If you believe you are worthy, you will find doors opening, people treating you with respect, and opportunities aligning with your worth. If you believe you are unworthy, you will notice situations that confirm that belief. Life itself becomes a mirror, not to punish you, but to gently reveal the thoughts you have chosen to hold about yourself. Many people look at their circumstances and assume that is all they are capable of. They see the lack in their lives and believe it defines them. But the lack is not the truth. It is simply the reflection of old beliefs. Change the belief and the reflection must change too. Just as a mirror shows you the image you place before it, the universe shows you the vibration you carry within. If you want to see something new in your life, you must first place something new in your inner world. Beliefs are powerful. They are the roots that shape your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your experiences. When you say to yourself, I can't, you close the door before it even has a chance to open. When you say, I deserve love, abundance, and peace, the universe begins to arrange itself to bring those experiences to you. You are not a passive observer in this world. You are a co-creator. Every belief you hold is like a command whispered into the vast intelligence of life, and life responds faithfully. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how when you expect good things seem to happen more often? And when you are trapped in doubt or fear, everything seems to go wrong at once. That is not coincidence. That is the universe mirroring your inner state. Your beliefs act like magnets, drawing to you the people, places, and events that resonate with your energy. You attract what you believe you deserve, not necessarily what you wish for. This is why affirmations, gratitude, and self-love are so important. They are not just pretty words or wishful thinking. They are tools for reshaping belief. When you repeat to yourself, I am worthy of love, you are planting a new seed. When you say, abundance flows to me easily, you are watering the soil of your mind with faith instead of doubt. The more you nurture these seeds, the stronger they grow, until they bloom into the reality reflected all around you. It is not enough to wish for a better life while holding beliefs of unworthiness, fear, and limitation. The outer world cannot contradict the inner world for long. If you want to experience love, you must believe you are lovable. If you want abundance, you must believe abundance is possible for you. If you want peace, you must believe peace can exist within you. The universe is not against you. It is always agreeing with you. The question is, what are you agreeing with? Some people will say, but I can't help what I believe. My past has proven to me that I am unlucky, unloved, or undeserving. But the truth is, the past only mirrors the beliefs you held then. It does not dictate the beliefs you must hold now. At any moment, you have the power to choose again. You can choose to believe in possibilities rather than limitations. You can choose to believe in healing rather than brokenness. You can choose to believe in your wholeness, your worthiness, and your divine right to joy. And when you do, the universe cannot help but reflect those choices back to you. This is not about pretending that pain does not exist or denying the difficulties of life. It is about recognizing that pain does not define you and difficulties are not permanent. They are experiences, temporary reflections of temporary beliefs. And just as the mirror changes the moment you change your expression, life will change the moment you shift your beliefs. You are far more powerful than you realize. The beliefs you hold today will shape the reality you live tomorrow. That is why it is so important to pay attention to your inner dialogue. Notice the words you use when you speak about yourself, the stories you repeat in your mind, the limits you quietly accept. Each of those thoughts is a belief waiting to be mirrored. And you always have the choice to release the beliefs that no longer serve you. Take a deep breath now and remind yourself, life is on my side. The universe supports me. I am worthy of love, abundance, and peace. As you affirm this truth, you begin to shift the mirror. Slowly, the reflection will change. You may notice small blessings at first, a kind word, an unexpected opportunity, a feeling of calm where there used to be anxiety. Those are signs that your beliefs are aligning with the truth of who you are. And as you continue, the blessings will multiply. The universe has no choice but to reflect your beliefs. So choose beliefs that uplift you, that expand you, that honor the radiant being you truly are. Know that you are not limited by your past or by anyone else's opinion of you. You are limited only by what you choose to believe about yourself. And the moment you believe in your own worth, your own power, your own infinite possibility, life will rise up to meet you in ways more beautiful than you can imagine. The universe mirrors your beliefs. Believe in love, and you will see love. Believe in abundance, and you will see abundance. Believe in yourself, and the universe will prove you right. Letting go of resistance is one of the most powerful acts you can do for yourself. Resistance is the invisible weight that keeps you stuck where you are. It is the inner tension that whispers, hold on tighter, don't let go, control every outcome. And yet, the more you resist, the more exhausted you become. Resistance is like clenching your fist around a rope. The tighter you grip, the deeper it cuts into your skin. Only when you release your hold can you find relief, healing, and freedom. Life is meant to flow, just as rivers do not struggle to find their path, just as seasons shift naturally from one to another. Your life, too, is designed to move in harmony. But when you resist, when you cling to what has already ended, when you replay what hurt you, when you demand that life bend to your expectations, you create blockages within yourself. And those blockages keep you from receiving the very blessings that are waiting to reach you. You may not realize how often resistance shows up in your life. It appears as holding on to relationships that have already run their course. It shows up as replaying conversations you cannot change. It is found in your tendency to worry about the future, trying to predict and control outcomes as if worry could somehow protect you. Resistance is not always loud. Sometimes it is subtle, the quiet refusal to accept what is, the constant urge to push against the present moment. And yet, every time you resist, you distance yourself from peace. Letting go of resistance does not mean you stop caring. It does not mean you give up or settle for less. It means you stop fighting against what is beyond your control. It means you soften your grip and trust that life has a wisdom far greater than your fear. When you let go, you open space for something new to enter. You allow healing to flow where there was once only tension. You give the universe room to move in ways you could not have imagined. Think of water. When you push against it, it feels heavy and hard to move through. But when you float, when you allow yourself to be carried, water holds you effortlessly. Life is the same. The more you fight it, the heavier it feels. The more you surrender, the more you are supported. Letting go of resistance is the practice of learning how to float, how to trust the current of life to carry you exactly where you need to be. So many people cling to the past because they believe letting go means losing something. But holding on to what is gone does not keep it alive, it only keeps you stuck. When you resist endings, you miss the beauty of new beginnings. When you resist change, you miss the opportunity for growth. When you resist pain, you miss the lesson and the healing hidden within it. Life is not trying to punish you when it asks you to let go. Life is trying to free you. When you practice letting go, you begin to notice a lightness inside. The anxiety eases. The heaviness in your chest softens. You stop needing to have all the answers right now. You stop rehearsing the past as though it could turn out differently. You stop demanding that the future look exactly the way you imagined. Instead, you begin to live in the present moment, the only place where peace and power truly exist. This does not happen overnight. Letting go is a process, a gentle practice of reminding yourself again and again, I do not need to control everything. I do not need to fight with life. I can trust the unfolding of my journey. At first, you may feel fear in loosening your grip. The mind will tell you, if I don't control this, everything will fall apart. But over time, as you practice surrender, you begin to see that life does not fall apart. It falls into place. Take a deep breath now and imagine setting down the weight you have been carrying. Imagine loosening your hands, unclenching your heart, and letting the river of life move freely once again. Notice how much lighter you feel when you stop resisting. Notice how much space opens when you stop clinging. This is the gift of surrender. You are not meant to carry every burden alone. You are not meant to control every outcome. You are meant to trust, to release, to allow. The more you let go, the more you align with the natural rhythm of the universe. And in that alignment, you discover peace, clarity, and miracles. So let go of the resistance within you. Let go of the belief that things must always be hard. Let go of the need to control what is not yours to control. Trust that life is guiding you, even when you cannot see the full picture. Trust that everything has its season, and every ending is the beginning of something new. Trust that when you release, you are not losing. You are making room for more than you ever thought possible. Letting go of resistance is not weakness. It is strength. It is courage. It is the highest act of faith. And when you release, you rise into the fullness of who you truly are. Light free and open to the infinite blessings waiting for you. Transformation begins the moment you choose to love yourself. Real, deep, unconditional love is the soil in which growth flourishes. So many people try to change their lives through force, through criticism, through pushing themselves harder. They believe that if they are strict enough, harsh enough, disciplined enough, they will finally become worthy. But true transformation does not bloom from self-judgment. It blooms from love. Love is the power that melts resistance, that heals wounds, that opens the door to miracles. Think for a moment about how often you have spoken to yourself in unkind ways. How many times have you told yourself you weren't good enough? How many times have you stood in front of a mirror and focused only on what you didn't like? How many times have you compared yourself to others and concluded you were falling short? These small moments may seem harmless, but they create patterns. They plant seeds of doubt, shame, and unworthiness in your heart. And those seeds grow into walls that block you from your full potential. Now imagine what could happen if you chose a different way. Imagine standing in front of that same mirror, and instead of pointing out flaws, you whispered words of love. Imagine speaking to yourself the way you would speak to a dear friend, with kindness, patience, and encouragement. Imagine choosing thoughts that uplift you instead of tear you down. Day by day, those loving choices would become new patterns. They would plant seeds of confidence, worthiness, and strength. And those seeds would grow into transformation. Love has a quiet, yet unstoppable power. When you begin to love yourself, your energy shifts. You stop needing to prove yourself to others. You stop chasing people who do not value you. You stop trying to earn your worth through constant doing. Instead, you begin to live from a place of being, from a knowing that you are already enough. And when you live from that knowing, everything in your outer world begins to change. Relationships heal. Opportunities appear. Peace replaces anxiety. Love transforms not only how you see yourself, but also how the world sees you. It is important to remember that self-love is not arrogance. It is not selfishness. It is not pretending you are perfect. Self-love is simply acknowledging your own worth. It is the decision to treat yourself with respect, to honor your needs, to care for your body and spirit as sacred. It is the willingness to forgive yourself when you make mistakes, and the courage to believe you are worthy of new beginnings. It is choosing compassion over criticism every single day. Transformation does not happen overnight. It happens in small, consistent moments of love. It happens when you allow yourself to rest instead of pushing beyond exhaustion. It happens when you nourish your body with kindness instead of punishment. It happens when you silence the inner critic and replace it with a gentle voice that says, "You are doing your best, and that is enough." Over time, these choices create a foundation of love so strong that no storm can shake it. Think of a flower. It does not bloom by being shouted at. It does not grow by being judged for how slowly it is unfolding. It blooms because it is nurtured. It grows, it is given sunlight, water, and care. In the same way, you will not bloom by punishing yourself. You will not transform by demanding perfection. You will transform when you nurture yourself with love, when you give yourself the sunlight of kindness and the water of forgiveness. Loving yourself into transformation also means letting go of what no longer serves you. When you love yourself, you no longer tolerate relationships that drain you. You no longer allow environments that diminish you. You no longer cling to habits that harm you. Love gives you the strength to release what is not aligned with your highest good. And in that release, you make space for what is better, healthier, and more beautiful to enter. There will be days when it feels easier to fall back into old patterns of criticism and doubt. On those days, remind yourself that love is a practice, not a destination. Every time you return to love, you are strengthening your transformation. Every time you choose compassion over judgment, You are building a new life for yourself. Do not give up just because it feels hard at times. Love is the most powerful force in the universe, and when directed inward, it can accomplish miracles. Take a deep breath right now and place your hand on your heart. Whisper to yourself, I love you. I forgive you. I believe in you. Let those words sink in. They may feel uncomfortable at first, but the more you repeat them, the more natural they will become. One day, they will not feel like affirmations you are trying to believe. They will feel like the truth you have always known. Transformation is not about becoming someone else. It is about returning to yourself, to the pure love that has always lived inside you. When you love yourself, you align with the highest version of who you are meant to be. And from that place, life unfolds in ways more beautiful than you could ever imagine. Love yourself into transformation and watch as the world around you shifts to match the light within you. Every moment of your life is an invitation, a gentle call from the universe asking you to step into alignment. Alignment is not something outside of you, something you have to chase or earn. It is the natural state of your being. When you were born, you came into this world already connected to the infinite source of love, joy, and wisdom. It is only through years of conditioning, doubts, fears, and false beliefs that you may have drifted from that connection. But even when you drift, the truth never leaves you. It waits patiently, ready for you to remember who you are. Today, you can choose to step back into alignment with your highest self, with the flow of life, with the boundless energy of creation. Alignment feels like peace in your body, ease in your mind, and openness in your heart. It is not about controlling every circumstance or fixing everything around you. It is about trusting the river of life enough to flow with it, instead of thrashing against the current. When you align yourself with love, clarity, and faith, the right opportunities, the right people, and the right paths reveal themselves. It is not magic. It is the natural reflection of your inner state being mirrored back to you in the outer world. So many people live in misalignment without realizing it. They cling to old hurts, they replay negative stories, and they let fear dictate their decisions. Yet, you must understand the universe does not respond to what you say you want. It responds to what you truly believe embody. If you live in alignment with fear, scarcity, and doubt, life shows you more reasons to validate those beliefs. But when you shift into alignment with love, abundance, and possibility, the world opens up in extraordinary ways. This is not about pretending that difficulties don't exist. It is about choosing not to live chained to them. Alignment begins with awareness. Ask yourself, what beliefs am I carrying today? Do they serve me or do they hold me back? When you choose thoughts that honor your worth and expand your vision, you take the first step toward alignment. When you choose to release resentment and forgive, you clear the blocks that keep you stuck. Alignment is not a destination. It is a daily practice of choosing again and again to live in harmony with your truth. Imagine your life as a radio frequency. If you are tuned into a station of fear, no matter how much you want to hear music of love and joy, you will only hear static and noise. But when you adjust your inner dial, when you choose thoughts that lift you, words that empower you, and actions that honor you, suddenly the music flows. That is alignment. And the most beautiful part is you have the power to tune yourself at any moment. Today, choose to step into alignment by quieting the noise of the world and listening to your inner guidance. That voice within you is always speaking softly, reminding you of your strength, your beauty, your infinite capacity to create. The more you trust it, the stronger it becomes. Alignment happens when your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all in agreement with your soul's calling. That is when life feels effortless. That is when miracles become ordinary. You may ask, how do I know if I am in alignment? You know by how you feel. If you feel joy, peace, gratitude, or excitement, you are aligned. If you feel tension, resistance, or heaviness, it is simply feedback, a gentle signal that you have strayed from your center and can choose to return. Do not judge yourself for drifting out of alignment. Everyone does. The power lies in remembering that you can return as often as you need. Each breath is an opportunity to realign. When you step into alignment, you are no longer fighting against yourself. You are no longer chasing what feels out of reach. Instead, you allow life to unfold with ease. The doors that were once closed begin to open because they were never locked. You were simply facing the wrong direction. Alignment shifts your perspective so you can see the path that was always there. Today is your reminder that you do not need to wait for perfect conditions, more money, or someone else's approval to step into alignment. All you need is a willingness to choose love over fear, trust over doubt, and peace over struggle. This single shift can transform everything. Life supports you when you are in alignment with yourself. The universe celebrates you when you remember your power. Step into alignment today. Step into the truth of who you are. Step into the flow of love that has been waiting to carry you. As you do, you will see that everything you have been searching for has been seeking you too. The moment you align with your highest self, life rushes to meet you there.